Hello, everybody. It is a good day to be here. We're certainly grateful for all that God has done. We're here to talk a little bit, and I would like you to um, tag people in this particular uh, today. I'd like you to tag people and let them know what's going on. I'll give you a little minute of time to do that. Um, we are experiencing some real serious times here, and we've been dealing with this particular situation for quite a while. This officer here, and we've got several complaints on him. He is a chef graded judge, hero, but he is the community zero. He, Deputy Sheriff Justin Register, not long ago was awarded this very special certificate recognition by your beloved sheriff as the 200 DUI arrests. I've talked to several officers who just really pretty much say, man, this is unheard of. 200. Should have been a red flag from the very beginning that this guy was crooked. And we've got several complaints. In fact, as retaliation, and what we believe is retaliation, this young man who was, speaking of some of these things in Lake Wells, I believe he was targeted. There may be issues, but you can about to get arrested for anything in Polk County, and it depends upon who you are. You can probably get arrested for jaywalking, tying your shoe. If you don't have a lot of public eyes on you, and you don't have good representation and different things, and that things can happen. And I believe that this young man was targeted because of some of the issues that he was bringing up so aggressively. I have experienced this myself, and I know they're looking for anything they can. So I have to walk real firmly and wisely, because everything you do and say is being watched. I've had these devils from that agency, and not everybody in there is not a devil. I want to make sure you know that there are some good people in there, and without some good, well, I'm not gonna name their names, and I'm gonna let you know who they are. But without some good people in law enforcement, half of the things I do I wouldn't be able to do, because they're helpful in helping me to be able to protect the community. So everyone that is in these agencies are not crooked, because there are people who really see things going wrong, and they say, listen, could you address this? Could you see this? So we thank God for those good officers who are willing to say, hey, Pastor Cowart, Church of God the Bibleway, PMJA, we support you and we support what you do. Keep on doing it. We may not can be out here on the front and putting our name out there because we don't want any retaliation, but please stand up for the community, and I commend you for that. And my special thanks to all of y'all that I can trust, that has the community back. So when you see different officers and different things, one officer said to me, he said, Pastor Cowart, I said, yes. He said, two things you got to remember. There was two, one white and one black, saying, sometimes you have to fight in the inside, and sometimes you have to fight on the outside. If you have inside fight and outside fight, you can win, and you wouldn't be able to know how to do what you do if we were not able to let you know some of these things. So this crook has arrested over 200 people, and I have in my phone, and I won't share with everybody, complaints that have came in by several people who have complained about what he was doing. And we believe, and we'll find out, that this was not the first time he stole money. And I forgot to ask my media team if they could put up the arrest and the information on the arrest, and maybe I can send it to you all. We have a wonderful media team. We are excited about what they're doing, how helpful they are about the arrest. Okay, thank you so much. Celia and Isaac, they're wonderful. They know that their pastor is not technical, and savvy, but they said, we're going to take care of your pastor. I asked Isaac, I said, Isaac, can you show me how to do this? And he said, that meant, Pastor, you're beyond help. It's like reprobate concerning technology. So I'm a technology reprobate. I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. But Celia and Isaac, they're going to look out for their pastor. And I love y'all. Behind the scenes, these are people who make things happen. But let me say this, and let me talk a little bit. Who's going to go back and erase what the zero has done to these people's lives? Because I know out of those 200 people, this crook has stolen some of their money, and we have credible sources that we believe to be true that this crook, Justin Register, was going down with the illegal aliens, those that were Hispanic, arresting them and taking their money and hiding it like he's done, but also making deals with individuals that he wouldn't arrest them if they would give him money. And also, we believe to be true that this crooked officer has some connection with some meth. And we'll talk about that a little later. We want to just verify, but we're putting out there to let you know what we have coming in the future days about what he has done. Could you now let's look at this. This is Sheriff Judge Hero, but he was always a community zero. I mean, always. And this is your celebration of this guy who has arrested 200 people, and many of them were making him rich, and he's getting money. And now this is the thing. And then they give him a chance to resign. I went yesterday looking for records and looking for information. He gets a chance to resign so he can save his benefit and save his money. But what about the people that you arrest and they have to keep paying this money over and over again? So this time, we decided we're going to do something different. Anyone out there that has been arrested by this crook, anyone who has been arrested, you should inbox this particular broadcast that's going out, your name, your phone number, and your case number. We're going to get an attorney this time, and we're going to try to sue Polk County. We're going to try to sue Grady Judd personally and the state of Florida, whoever provides the training. So this time, we feel like it is necessary because when you hit people in the pocket, then you deal with things. So we are now, I've already been in contact with a lawyer. I'm in contact with one who has handled federal cases and local, and we're getting a team of lawyers together, and we're deciding that this time we want all of these charges dropped from anybody that this crook has arrested. That's plan one, to get those charges dropped. State attorney, all of them. And we don't even know how far back we want to go because this has been going on quite a while. But we want those cases dropped. Not a portion of them. Anything that he was an arresting officer in, any breathalyzer, anything that he's been involved in, we want it dropped. That's one. Second plan is we want a lawsuit to be filed for any money that they've spent, any hardship that they've had, any damage of reputation, We want to make sure that that's done. We're going to make sure this. And so all 200 of those that he arrested this year, we need you to get the information out to your family and friends. Tell them to inbox me that information so that our lawyers can start now working on this. This is one that we're going to stand on, and we need community support on. Start sending the information up and spreading it, because somebody's out there. I just got a call from Tampa today. Somebody called me and said, hey, in fact, let me see. I think there are more that are coming in now who are saying that they want to, they're coming. So, all right. Yes. So there are others who are starting now to respond, and we're asking that you would get the people's information, let them know. Yeah, there's several coming in. All right. Okay. All right. So I just want to get that information out. Now, I want to say something. Go to the next one. There is a real great, there we are. Wow. 0 to 0. This is sad in our community. We need to hold this guy accountable. We need to hold both of these guys accountable. It's sad that people are going through this kind of stuff, and what about these people that were arrested? What about these 200 people that this guy was celebrated for? And then he gets an opportunity to resign. Should have been fired on arrest. And this is what they do. These officers like this, they have sympathy for them, but they don't have sympathy for the community who they're arresting. Now, he has the statement said he would have been fired had he not resigned. The minute they found out, they should have fired him on the spot. But they give him enough time to get his pension because they're considering, but what are you considering about other people's family? Now, you give this crook time, but what about the Hispanic people that he's taking their money from? What about all of the other victims, the other possibly 200 people? What are they going to do about their money? That's a problem. And we need the right thing to be did about this situation. So, again, and we were talking about this yesterday before it even came out, that this is a problem. And we're asking you as a community, please get the word out. Let people know what's going on. Spread the word. I want to talk a little something. Let's go to our next slide. This hit me today, and I want to talk about the double standard of the law and the double standard of the church. I've noticed something, and I want y'all to really think about this, really think about it. White individuals really have a problem understanding the black church when it comes down to what we support. And black people have a problem with understanding law enforcement and even their support in the Republican Party and Democrat. I'm convinced that politics is a religion now. It has become a religion. I'm convinced that the Democratic Party is a religion and the Republican Party is a religion. Now, what white people don't understand about black people is how you believe in the Bible and support candidates that believe in abortion and that believe in homosexuality. Now, I'm not saying all these preachers here believe that. They put some pictures to represent black ministers and whites. I know some of them, Jamal Bryan in particular, supports really a Democratic platform, and a lot of times people say, "Well, it doesn't matter about that. You can disassociate yourself from that." But this is not true. And then what we don't understand about the Republican Party, especially the whites, how you're so hard on crime in communities, And sometimes those crimes seem to target black people, but yet, those arrests, yet you have the highest criminal in the country, President Donald Trump, and yet you support him. For instance, Chef Grady Judd, who says you're hard. If you come to Polk County, you're going to be arrested, and you get arrested, but yet you support the 34 convictions, charged, convicted, and that's your number one man that is going to make America great again. But yet you're arresting people in your own county and holding them accountable, but yet you support this candidate who is a criminal. He's a convicted criminal. And yet you support him. And yet we have on this side black people who really think Obama is great and Obama has endorsed homosexuality, and he did more for the homosexual community than he did for his own people. And not when you get in office that you should select a particular group to take to, but the problem, the same thing with Harris. So this is the conflict, and I was thinking about that really strong. Well, the problem is politics is a religion. It's a religion now. Forget about what the Bible, you can have a homosexual, forget about what the Bible says. You can have a homosexual person and you can endorse that from the church. You can endorse abortions from the church. And in the law field, okay, forget about the fact that the guy that I'm going to support has 34 crimes that he's been convicted of, and yet I'm going to get on television and I will put a person out for one crime, two crimes, and I'm going to take, you'll never work here again. I'm going to ostracize you. I'm going to put this down. But yet the 34 convicted charges of this president, we're going to ignore them. That's where the divide comes in, because white people don't understand our religious support for these candidates, and black people don't understand how you can endorse a criminal who in front of us on television incited a riot that killed so many people, and yet you will arrest somebody for disturbing the peace because they got loud music or don't have insurance on a car. Not saying that you shouldn't. But it's, we talk really hard, but how hard are we talking when it comes down to Donald Trump? And you are depending upon him, this criminal, to make America great again. Well, I've just put that out, and I'm going to do a teaching on this. I'm going to be doing a teaching, the religions of politics. We have Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian, Catholic, and then we have politics, which has now become a religion of itself. And we need to address issues like this and actually see what the problem is. I believe that we need to get out of the politics now and get into the scripture and get into the Bible. I believe and now our faith must be in God. Forget about the Democratic Party. Forget about the Republican Party. The Lord is soon to come, soon to appear. We now need to put our focus, forget the world, come out from among them and be separate. There are white people that can't make the distinction. They've put Donald Trump up like he's God's assistant. And then there are others on the black side who just cannot see the wrong that's in the Democratic Party that's destroying us. Both of these parties are demonic. Both of them have a demonic agenda. And that's why the church must focus on being the church now and not bring the politics into our religious sector, because we have a problem. I'm going to say this again. Let's go back to that first video, and I'm going to go back over that of this Justin Register. If this time we're really trying to push real strong, please return to the initial video that I had. Yes. If you have been arrested by this gentleman, Justin Register, please inbox us on this platform with your phone number and your case number. Spread this to everybody. There are 200 people out there that we want to address, and maybe even more. Even if your cases go 3 or 4 years back. We do want to know how that we can address it. Please, whether you've been to court or not, whether you've been convicted or not, please reach out to us because we may be able to help you with this situation. Our lawyers are going to try to get involved with a civil suit, and we're also trying to see can we find some type of help with criminal attorneys. We're still working on that now. But please, ma'am, please, sir, spread the word. Several have called in now. Spread the word so that we can help you with this issue. And I've taken the time to come today so that I could particularly make this known to you that we are trying to fight for the community in this issue. And all 200 names, we've made a public records request at the state attorney's office to get all of the 200 names. Well, we've asked for, rather, all of the individuals in the last 3 years that have been arrested by him for anything. We're going to get those names. We're going to be making calls to those people, and we're going to see what those cases turn out to be, and we're going to look, and we're going to make calls, and we're going to try to, if anybody has made complaints against him for stealing money, because we can't just arrest him now, we got to deal with the damage that he's done. And I hope and pray that you will spread it to the community so that we can help you. This is going to be massive. This is going to be massive. I mean, we're going to try to make this a massive deal as far as getting these charges dropped and dealing with the county, the state, and the sheriff personally with lawsuits regarding what has happened here. Thank you, and we're glad you tuned in with us today. And we look forward to making a change in this community. Thank you.